I'm going to noodle through this Matt Redman tune, Your Grace Finds Me, in response to the question about the chords. I would tend to play this in G tuning. I tend to play everything in G tuning with no capo, but I'll try to, basically it's in B flat, and real simple harmony, B flat, E2, or B flat over D, E2, and then kind of a F2 and G minor with a 2 in it. So I find a lot of worship music, the chords aren't real descript, meaning a lot of times they're missing a third, a lot of times they're missing a 7, a lot of add 2s. An add 2 chord is specifically when it says C2, or E flat 2 in this case, it's missing the third. There should be no third in it, and that's the reason they do that is because they like to keep that ambiguous nature to the chords. I'm going to show real quickly, I'm just going to play through a couple things. If I muff up, sorry, I'm just kind of randomly playing through this. But the chords are, B flat, which I'm going to play. And there's your third. That doesn't mean you can't play the third linearly, but the chord is an open sounding chord. The E flat 2. Up to the G minor. Now you can do it so you can do it in that position, which is basically a B flat chord. That kind of stuff. So basically you've got this block, and then you can also do it down here. I tend to play a lot of these kind of open sounding chords. Again, there's no third, and it's specifically so that you keep a more ambiguous sound. That kind of stuff. That goes along well when you got a guitar player and a bass player and a drummer and a pianist playing all at the same time. Because when you see what we call slash chords, like a D over F sharp on your chart, which in this case I think is going to be like a B flat over a D, that sound, that you can forget it because the bass player is going to cover it. Unless you don't have a bass player, then that might help. Okay, so here I'm going to noodle for a second. Then I'm going to give you an idea of how you can noodle using B flat pentatonic over this whole set of changes kind of freely, adding color, or what we call icing. As a banjo player, you can add some icing, and you don't have to replicate what the guitar player is playing. So here's a little bit of this tune.
It's there in the newborn cry, there in the light of every sunrise.
noodly things, so you can see the chords that we're using. Again, just B flat, E flat, 5, F5, and the G minor, of course, but it's just the G with the 5th in it, and the E flat. So you can see how those go. Anyway, B flat pentatonic works great over that. I'm just going to randomly start this, a little bit of this, and I'm going to be playing the following things, or parts of the following things. B flat pentatonic starting on here. B flat pentatonic here. B flat pentatonic here. Here. And here. And then starting all over up here. So here, just adding a little bit of icing.
Is there a newborn cry? There in the light of every sunrise. There in the shadows of this life. Your great grace. It's there on the mountain top.
Okay, enough of me noodling. Just some ideas. B flat pentatonic. There at the end, I kind of shifted over to playing pentatonic scales on every chord shape. B flat pentatonic, E flat pentatonic, F pentatonic, G minor pentatonic, which is the same as B flat pentatonic. Okay, anyway, have fun with that. I hope that helped.